Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something truly special, one of the most celebrated poems in all of world literature. It's the very first ghazal from the Divan of Hafez. But here's the thing. It starts with a total mystery. So get this, the most famous book of Persian poetry, and Hafez begins it not with his own words, but with a line from an earlier poet. I mean, who does that? It's such a bold move. It's like he's tipping his hat to the tradition, but at the same time, he's basically saying, okay, I'm here now and I'm about to turn everything on its head. And he uses that borrowed line to jump right into a theme that is just so universal. You know that feeling when love seems so simple at first, it's all sunshine and roses, but then, well, the problems start. Hafez is capturing that exact moment. And bam! The very next couplet, he just dives right into how complicated things get. This is where you really see his genius shine. He takes this incredibly beautiful, intimate image, the scent of his beloved's hair, and connects it to this profound, gut-wrenching pain. Okay, so let's break this down because it's brilliant. He compares the scent to musk. Now, musk is this precious perfume, right? But do you know where it comes from? It's literally created from clotted blood inside a deer's gland. So Hafez is making this incredible connection. Just as this beautiful scent comes from blood, the intoxicating beauty of love is what causes blood in the hearts, this deep, deep sorrow. The source of the beauty is the source of the pain. Wow. So we start with this intense, personal pain of a lover. But Hafez doesn't just stay there. He zooms way, way out. And suddenly, this isn't just about love anymore. It's a metaphor for, well, for all of life. And to explain this big idea, he paints this incredible picture for us. He wants us to feel the anxiety of life itself, so he puts us right in the middle of a caravan, on a dangerous, ancient journey. So you have to understand, this is way more than just a trip. The manzil, this temporary resting station, that's our life here on Earth. It's not the final stop. And that caravan bell, the jaras, is constantly ringing. Back then, if you got left behind by the caravan, you were done for. So that bell creates this constant anxiety. Even when you're in a moment of joy, maybe with your beloved, you can hear it in the background, yelling, "Time to pack up, we're leaving." You can never, ever fully relax. Okay, so just when you think you have a handle on things, the poem takes this wild, dramatic turn. I mean, this is where it gets really controversial. Hafez throws down a challenge that completely goes against everything you'd expect from a pious person. Seriously, this next line is one of the most debated, most shocking lines in all of Persian literature. He says, "Stain your prayer rug with wine if the master tells you to." Just think about that. He's telling you to take the very symbol of your piety, your prayer rug, and defile it with wine, something that's forbidden. It's just mind-blowing. So the big question is, why? Well, to understand the command, you first have to understand who's giving it. This isn't just any old spiritual guide. This is the Pir-e Moghan. The term literally means elder of the Magi, a Zoroastrian priest. But for Hafez, he's also the keeper of the tavern. He's a master who exists completely outside of religious orthodoxy. He's got a deeper, hidden wisdom. And this slide just lays it all out perfectly. You've got the prayer rug on one side, representing outward piety, religious law, doing what you're told. And on the other side, you have wine. For Hafez, wine symbolizes inner truth, ecstatic knowledge, a direct connection to the divine. So the command is a test. It's asking you to prioritize that inner, authentic spiritual experience over just going through the motions. And there's this incredible story in the Quran that is the absolute key to understanding this. You've got Moses following this mystic named Khidr to learn true wisdom, but Khidr makes him promise not to question anything he does. Then Khidr goes and sinks a poor family's boat and even kills a young boy. I mean, it's horrifying. But later, he explains the hidden wisdom. He saved the boat from a tyrant and saved the parents from future heartbreak caused by their son. That's the test. Staining the prayer rug is the same idea. It's an act that seems totally wrong, but it's a test of your faith in your guide's hidden wisdom. So, we've gone from spiritual rebellion and testing faith. And now Hafez pivots again, this time to a profound statement about empathy and suffering, captured in what is maybe the most famous couplet in the entire Persian language. Dark night and fear of the waves and such a terrifying whirlpool. How can they know our state? the light burdened of the shores. Wow. I mean, that image of being trapped at sea, in the dark, in a storm, it's just such a powerful metaphor for any kind of overwhelming struggle you can imagine. Right. And the genius here is that this is not just about a boat. That's the whole point. It's so universal. Who is in that storm? It could be anyone. Someone battling deep despair, a society living under tyranny, an immigrant lost and alone. It's anyone whose suffering is invisible to those who are comfortable. And that's why this line hits so hard. It gives voice to that profound isolation you feel when you're suffering. That feeling that the people who are safe and sound on the shore, they just can't get it. They can't see your storm. So, after all of this, the pain of love, the anxiety of life, the tests of faith, the isolation of suffering, where does Hafez take us? He starts to weave all of these threads together, and his conclusion is this. Some truths, well, they just won't stay hidden. He basically says, look, all my life following my heart's desire, what he calls khod kami, it led to a bad reputation, or bad nami. But then he asks, how can a secret that big stay hidden? You know, when it's the thing everyone is already talking about. A truth as powerful as love, it's going to come out. It demands to be known. And this idea, this unstoppable truth, leads us to the poem's ultimate goal, its final instruction. It all comes down to a state he calls huzur, which means presence. So here's the path. Hafez says, look, if you truly desire presence, that state of huzur, then you cannot be absent from him, meaning the beloved or the divine. It's about achieving this state of constant focused remembrance. To be truly present with that one thing, you have to let go of everything else, all the distractions of the world. And just like that, the whole poem comes full circle. We go from the initial pain of love all the way to this blissful final state of spiritual union. So in the end, this isn't just a poem, is it? It's a roadmap of the human soul, a journey from the easy illusions we start with, through all the difficult trials, to the transformative, undeniable presence of truth. And it leaves us with this powerful question to chew on. If your deepest truth couldn't be hidden, what would the world see?